the game.
Hi, I'm Kelsa Dickey, the CEO of the Financial Coach Academy and my financial coaching business, Fiscal Fitness Phoenix. My coaching journey began more than a decade ago with me helping people for free from my dining room table. What was once a little business of mine has grown into a 7-figure company that employs a team of people. My goal is simple, to help you fall more and more in love with financial coaching. I believe financial coaching is the most rewarding way to make a living. If you are an aspiring financial coach or have been coaching for years, I'm here to help you create a business you love that gets your clients massive results. Let's get to it.
Our Ultimate Growth Guide for Financial Coaches is now available as a 7-episode bingeable training that transforms how you grow your business. It's perfect for learning during your commute, workout, or morning coffee. If you want to know exactly how I went from giving free advice at my dining room table to running a 7-figure coaching business that's helped hundreds achieve financial success, this is your roadmap. Find out more by going to financialcoachacademy.com/ultimate growth guide. All right, Coach, I am so excited about today's episode because we're talking about something that can completely transform your coaching practice. And I'll bet that it's something that you're not prioritizing nearly enough. That is working on your business instead of just in it. If you've been feeling like you're working harder than ever, but not really making the progress you want, my guess is that you're spending all of your time creating content for social media, serving clients, hopefully, printing materials for your clients, building out or updating a website, answering emails from your clients, all of those types of things. Yes, those tasks are super important, but they're all examples of working in your business. You also want to work on your business consistently if you want things to feel easier and if you want to grow. And I'm going to break down for you in this episode exactly what I mean by that. So first, let's get clear on what working on your business really means. Working in your business is all the day-to-day stuff, the coaching sessions, the email responses, the client materials, or content creation. It's what makes us feel busy and productive because we think it's what puts money in our bank account today. I'm not saying don't do these things, but working on your business, that's where the magic happens. That's the strategic work that helps your business grow and thrive. Think of it like this. If you're a gardener, working in your business is like watering the plants and pulling weeds. Working on your business, though, is like designing the garden layout, choosing what to plant, and building irrigation systems. I see so many coaches get stuck in the doing without taking time to build the foundation they need for real growth. They're amazing coaches, don't get me wrong, but they're creating a job for themselves rather than building a business that can grow and scale. And I learned this the hard way myself. Here's what working on your business really looks like, and we're going to dive in deeper into each one of these areas today. First, strategic planning and goal setting. Creating and optimizing your client journey. Number 3, building systems and automation. Professional development. And number 5, measuring and adjusting based on real data. So let's start with strategic planning. What is strategic planning? It's not setting random goals. It's about intentionally designing every aspect of your business. First, right now, block off dedicated planning time. Just like we teach in the Academy, this is where you'll reflect on your business holistically. Think of it like budgeting your money. When we become more intentional with our money, it often feels like we got a raise, right? The same thing happens with time and business planning. When you become more intentional about working on your business, suddenly you feel as if you've got way more capacity for growth. Even though you've added planning to your calendar, you'll actually feel as if you have more time available, not less as a result. This is how you set yourself up for success. Instead of packing your work schedule full of client calls or tasks for social media, prioritize some time to work on your business, especially if you have limited time to do this work. I know it's tempting to use all of your work time for paid client work or creating another image for your Instagram. But if you are not doing the strategic work, it's going to start to feel really difficult to attract and bring on clients consistently. How much time should you spend planning strategically? If you're not sure where to start, I recommend blocking off around 20% of your total work time to work on your business. So if you have 40 hours per week to work in your financial coaching business, 8 of those hours should be spent on what we're talking about here in this episode. If you've only got 5 hours per week, then 1 hour should be spent on this type of work. But what type of work are we talking about here? Here's what effective strategic planning looks like. Block off regular planning time, ideally when your energy is highest. For example, I do my strategic work early in the day with my coffee before the day's chaos begins. That is my creative time and my thinking time. I also want you to review your support systems. Just like we discussed earlier, having support impacts every aspect of your business. Look at your network. Who can you reach out to for guidance? Who's in your corner? Create time to connect with these folks on a regular basis. And here's a bonus tip. If right now you are telling yourself that you need to find a support network that you can join, I'm going to make it easy for you. We've got FCA, which comes with a cohort of coaches right when you enroll, and the Financial Coach Mastermind. Both are great options for you. Entrepreneurship, coach, is such a roller coaster ride, and it brings up a lot of our natural insecurities: rejection, selling, marketing, having clients be vulnerable with you, being vulnerable with your clients, self-doubt, imposter syndrome. Woo-wee. I absolutely love entrepreneurship, but I can also say that that is because I have a support network to help me navigate it all. Once you found your support network, I want you to analyze your schedule. Check in with yourself. Are you working when you're most effective? Like I was saying, because I'm a morning person, I schedule my most challenging strategic work at that time. Listen, I turn into a pumpkin around 8 p.m., so that is the worst time for me to be making any strategic decisions in my business. Can you get up an hour earlier? Can you better utilize your lunch break if you're working full time? Can you create an hour of alone time after dinner? Ask your family for support if needed. Then look at your capacity. Are you saying yes to everything? Remember, if it's not a hell yes, then the answer should be no. I think one of the hardest things about entrepreneurship is how many different hats we have to wear. There's no way that we can be good at or enjoy wearing all of those different hats. Coach, you are in control of this. Focus your efforts and prioritize. We see the same thing with our clients when they're first starting to unravel their financial chaos, right? They are trying to attack the problem on way too many fronts, which only leads to overwhelm and burnout. The result? They just stall out. The same is true for us in business, which is why we have to look at our capacity realistically and trust that progress is far better than perfection. Get really good at 2 to 3 things versus only kind of okay at a dozen things. This is hard, like I said. This feels counterintuitive. You may need to fight against the urge to do more, and just stay focused. The goal here isn't to just plan, it's to create a business that aligns with your strengths and energy levels while serving your clients effectively. Now, once you've prioritized strategic planning, I want you to shift your focus to client journey mastery. You've heard me say probably at least 100 times on this podcast, so here is number 101. Your client journey is absolutely crucial to your business success. And if you remember all the way back to episode 45, we talked about the client journey. You can even download your own client journey roadmap by going to financialcoachacademy.com/client journey. Again, financialcoachacademy.com/client journey to download your own client journey roadmap. But it's important, so let's make sure we explore it a little bit here today as well. What makes a great client journey? I ask myself this question all of the time. What makes my client journey great, and how can I make it even better? It's about personalization while maintaining efficiency. You can't reinvent the wheel for every single client. That's not good business practices. But you can't treat every client and their financial situation the same either. Here's what I figured out works. I want you to consider the role support takes in your client's specific journey, okay? This is a big part of working on your business. Identifying what works for you, your niche, and the way you work with clients, and developing the systems and processes and automations to make that happen more smoothly. Chances are what you're going to observe is that the support our clients need for session 1 is very different than the support they need for session 20, 30, 40, and so on. Then I want you to ask yourself, how can you build support mechanisms into that program? To do this, I like to think about my client touch points, such as the initial contact and discovery call, the onboarding process. Then you've got the regular coaching sessions, Then there's the in-between session support, right? As well as progress tracking. We also want to make sure we have a good mechanism for the celebration of client wins. And finally, referral opportunities, because ideally, current clients referring new clients should become your number one form of business eventually. Imagine reaching the point in business, coach, where your coaching sessions with clients, the part of the work that chances are we all love and enjoy, is also your marketing time. The key is creating a journey that feels personal while being systematic. And this takes time to create, test, and tweak. It's not easy, but without the time and space of working on your business and to think through each phase of the client journey, chances are this will turn into something you do on the fly. That means every client's experience is different and not in a good way. You're throwing together emails, manually updating progress tracking, and overall just not feeling like you're delivering the best or most consistent product possible to your clients. That's why personalization within your systematic approach is so crucial. And that brings us to systems and automations, specifically creating systems that make your business run smoother while maintaining that personal touch. Think of systems like rituals. They help ground us and make important tasks more automatic, just like brushing your teeth in the morning, right? Your business needs several key systems: client scheduling and calendar management, the initial consultation process, client onboarding, like I was saying, session follow-up and documentation, progress tracking, resource sharing, or back and forth communications with your clients, and then billing and payments. And here's how you know that you've created a really great system. It should feel automatic, but not robotic. It saves you time while improving the client experience, and it's documented so that you can refine this over time. For example, with scheduling, set specific days and times for client meetings. You might do mornings on Mondays and Wednesdays, afternoons on Tuesdays and Thursdays. This creates a rhythm in your business while giving you dedicated time for other important work. And it gives you the space for that strategic planning that we were talking about earlier. Another element of working on your business is your personal development strategy. You've heard me say it before. Your business can only grow to the extent you grow. Another way of saying this is growing your business means growing yourself. But with so much information out there about literally everything you could imagine and more when it comes to business, it's important to be discerning and strategic about your professional development. In the Academy, we focus on both coaching skills and business acumen in addition to financial knowledge. I want you to think about professional development in these key areas: core financial coaching skills, business operations and systems, marketing and outreach, time management and productivity, and your mindset and personal growth. Just like with client work, consistency is key. So try to create regular rituals around your learning. Maybe it's reading industry news with your morning coffee or blocking off Friday afternoons for skill development. Having dedicated time for this is a game changer, coach, because it prevents you from endlessly scrolling online, which we're all guilty of, or going down rabbit holes that don't serve you well in the long run. Again, it's not about gaining just any kind of knowledge that you can. It's about being strategic with the knowledge you're trying to gain. Whenever I'm consuming content, whether that's reading publications or books, attending a conference or seminar, you name it, I'm always asking myself, how am I going to implement this in my business? In that way, content consumption should never be passive, at least not during your dedicated business hours, especially, coach, if your time is limited to work on your business. Working on your business also means entering, reviewing, and analyzing your measurements and metrics. Just like we teach clients to track their spending, we need to track our business metrics too. You might have heard that you need to track what matters in your business, but chances are the next question is like, yeah, but what the hell does that mean? What am I supposed to be tracking? What matters, right? So here are some key areas that you could measure. Number one, client progress and wins. This is not only great marketing, but it's the biggest confidence booster too. Number two, time spent per client. This helps you review your pricing model in the future, something that is really important when you're first starting out and you don't really know how long things take you to accomplish. Marketing effectiveness. What's resonating, right? Number 4, referral rates. Where is your business coming from and how can you double down on those avenues? Next, revenue and profitability. Got to know your numbers, coach, just like our clients. Lastly, time allocation across your different business activities. This helps you to remain strategic with your time and plan accordingly. When we make changes to my business, I can tell Erica now I need a 2-hour time block each week for that because I've learned how much time I need for certain activities, and we're all different. There might be some things I can do faster than you, but other things where I'm slow as heck and you are way faster than me. The goal is to learn and gain this awareness about yourself. Think about metrics like you think about a budget. They tell you if you're spending your resources, time, energy, and money in the right places to achieve your goals. It's just good data, right? Lastly, when it comes to working on your business, this is a great time to celebrate your progress. Just like we celebrate clients' wins, take time to acknowledge your own business growth and milestones. I've always worked on my business each week. And a long time ago, I would meet with an accountability partner each month. That was my support network for a little bit, like we were talking about a little earlier in this episode. And I had one notebook that I used only for this type of work. I didn't use it for client notes or my home to-do list or project list. So each week and month, I could see just how far I've come. I could flip back a few pages and see what I was working on, let's say 6 months ago. And all too often, it would be something that was now foundational to my business. Maybe that was a system that 6 months ago I was creating, but now it's a system I routinely rely on. When you're an entrepreneur, don't be shy about giving yourself credit for the progress you've made. Success comes from these small gains, coach, one after another, stacked on top of each other. There isn't one thing that will change everything for you overnight. It's the culmination of your consistent action, which I promise you is just so much easier to achieve when you dedicate time each week to working on your business. Remember, working on your business is what transforms it from a job into a true business. It's what allows you to help more people while having more freedom and building something sustainable. Next episode, we're talking to a graduate of the Academy about how he's niched down, takes fast action, and how he manages time as a business owner. So be sure to subscribe and tune in. And between now and then, I want you to take action with some homework. Carve out some time this week and start mapping out your schedule for working on your business. Using what you learned in today's episode, identify a few areas where you want to start to focus and take time to do just that. I'll see you next week, Coach.
I believe financial coaching is the best and most rewarding way to make a living. I truly love what I do. If you're ready to learn and see how to become a profitable, successful financial coach, check us out at financialcoachacademy.com to learn more about our online courses, free trainings, and events. As always, I love hearing from you. If you have any questions for the FCA podcast or to share your thoughts on the reflection question from today's episode, go to financialcoachacademy.com/podcast. And if you love this podcast, hit the thumbs up button on today's episode, subscribe, and leave us a rating or review on Apple Podcasts. It would mean the world to me. I'll see you next week, Coach.